Okay, so I am clearly into this cheetah print right now. I don't know, I'm just kind of a little bit obsessed with it. Obviously, I've got these cute little cheetah print earrings on. They're very, very lightweight. I bought them off Amazon. And then I have this cute little cheetah print top, and this is what the sleeves look like. It is so cute. It is so comfortable. I'm going to insert a picture here because it's one of my favorites right now. It actually comes in several different colors, and I'm going to get one other color. I think I might either get the khaki or the black, or maybe the purple. I don't know. I don't know. They're just so cute. And the only reason is because I love this one, and I like how open and rounded the neck is. If you pulled it down a little bit further, you could probably wear it off the shoulders. I know you can do it because I just did it a little while ago. However, I feel like I stretched out the neck just a little bit, so I'm like, let's not do that again unless I plan on just wearing it like that, you know what I mean? So anyway, this is such a cute top. Now the only thing that I have a problem with is that it is a tad bit, I don't know if kind of see-through. It's not a very thin material. It's actually a very, very comfortable material. But, you know, you can see like the lining of my bra, and that I don't really have that big of a problem with. But if I'm wearing it and let's say the wind like blows my shirt up against my pants, and if I'm wearing black pants, then you can see the color of my pants through the top. You know what I mean? And so I'm just really not crazy about that. So I want to get a darker one. So another thing that I purchased, and it's definitely one of my favorites, is this cheetah print belt. We might as well stick with the cheetah print. You know, funny thing about cheetah print is like they're never like the same exact color. They're always different color. So this is a really cute belt that I bought off Amazon also. It smells like a chlorinated pool. I don't know, it smells really good. I like the smell of it, but it definitely smells like a chlorinated pool. Now it's got this kind of, I love this kind of, I don't know what you call it, when it goes behind the belt so that the lip or the tail or whatever you want to call that doesn't stick out and just flop around. And then you just poke this little, I don't know, brass piece, I don't know if that's brass, into the hole, and then it's like that. It's super, super cute. Now I wore this the other day, and all I did was I wore a black top, like a solid black, it was a fitted top, and then I just had on like regular blue jeans, or not regular blue jeans, they're not like the denim feel, it's kind of like the almost like jegging feeling in a way. I don't know. Anyway, and then black flip-flops, and then this belt. And then I just wore some gold jewelry. So this was the only thing on my body that was like this cheetah print. But again, it just kind of elevated the entire look, because had I had just a black belt on, you know, black top, black belt, black flip-flops, and then, you know, gold jewelry, it wouldn't have had the same effect. But because this belt was sitting there like, hey, look at how cool looking I am, it just kind of, you know, like I said, elevated the look. Now I wonder, do these match? Yeah, they actually kind of do. So I could have, I did not have these yet though. I could have worn these earrings with this belt. I think that would have gone, especially because of the distance. So anyway, that is another favorite. Okay, so another thing that I'm really loving right now is this palette right here. And this is the Profusion Cosmetics Naturals palette. And look at those colors, they're so gorgeous. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that they go on a lot darker than they look. The ones that I use most, like the ones that I have on today, are this one right here and then that one. Those are the only two that I have on right now. But it seems to be a lot, like when I first put it on, before I blend it out and stuff, it's really, really dark. And I have to kind of lighten it up a little bit. Sometimes if I want to add a little bit of a darker color to certain areas, then I'll throw in that cozy. But today, I just use those two. But I use these all the time. I typically use this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. Most. And this palette is only $10 at Target. That's how much I paid for it at Target. Now, the packaging is terrible. I mean, it's plastic, and, you know, the rose gold and stuff just rubs right off. But, you know, it stays in a drawer here at my house, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so another thing that I've actually been loving for a long time is this Pantene. It's called Air Spray, and it's alcohol-free, which I don't know how that's possible, but it is, and it's called Air Spray. And my daughter and I have been using this for about over a year now, and I've never mentioned it. I don't think I've ever put it in a video before, but it's our favorite. And for me, I use it to give my hair some texture. Like I used it today. Some days I don't use it because some days I want kind of a smooth look, but on days like today where I wanted it to be just a little bit more piecey and stuff, I'll spray it in certain sections and then I'll kind of brush it through, and then it gives me that kind of more textured look that I like sometimes, you know, not all the time. But my daughter uses it every day just to kind of pat down any flyaways that she has, especially if she's wearing her hair back. And because it says that it's alcohol free, we both just feel better about using it, you know, on our hair. So, okay, I had to switch positions real fast because my cat, of course, she is right here and she's taking up so much space right here in front of me. I'm sitting on the floor. I don't know why. I've just really enjoyed sitting on the floor instead of over there in my corner. I need to get a desk is why. I just need a big desk to go all the way around me. Otherwise, I'd rather just sit on the floor and have everything spread out right here. Okay, another thing that me and my daughter are both loving right now is this hot iron. And this is made by Remington. And it goes up to 410. It heats up really fast and you can adjust the heating. I don't remember what the lowest is. I think it might be 270, but she and I both love it. Both of us are like freaking out about how quickly it just glides through our hair. And we don't put it on the hottest setting. We put it on the one right beneath that. I can't remember what it is. And it just seems to straighten our hair so fast. So I have really difficult hair. Like it's straight in some areas, it's very wavy in other areas. In the back, there are straight up ringlets, like serious ringlets in the back right here. But it's not uniform all over my head, so it's just very bizarre. I usually have to take a lot of time to straighten my hair. It takes me, oh my gosh, like 45 minutes sometimes, 30 or 45 minutes. And it's my least favorite thing to do ever. Anyway, I like how fat it is. And like I said, it glides so easily and it straightens my hair so fast. I feel like I've just really cut down on time. I looked it up on Amazon. It's got fantastic reviews. And so anyway, that is something that both me and my daughter are absolutely loving right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick with hair. This I actually purchased at Sally's Beauty Supply store. I will see if I can find a link for it on Amazon, but it's called Ion Color Brilliance. It's a root cover fill-in powder, and this is light brown to medium brown. Now, I don't know why they call it light brown to medium brown, because this over here is blonde. So my hair is very, very silver, like almost white, and it reflects a lot of light. And when I put this color on my silver roots, it makes it just look so blonde. It literally matches the rest of my hair so perfectly. I don't know, that plus my silver just goes together perfectly. I don't know what it would do to dark roots, but that's what it does to my silver roots. Now, there are days like today where I wanted to have a little bit of a darker root, and typically I'll just mix a little bit of those. That is almost too dark. However, I like using that color in some sections, especially like right in here where my hair is a lot thinner. So if you are, like I said, if you have silver roots and you're typically a blonde, like you color your hair blonde, then you would probably really enjoy this color right here. And if you're somebody like me who likes to have darker roots sometimes, and mixing them both, I mean, it comes out just to a very, very perfect color. Now, one thing that I do like about this also is that I can use these colors on my eyebrows. Like I can mix them and it makes the perfect color for my eyebrows also. So yeah. So another thing that's been a favorite for a very long time, and if you've watched my Get Ready With Me's, you've probably seen it several times, and it's this NYX Butter Gloss, and it's in the color Fortune Cookie. Let me put some on. It is so beautiful. This is literally like my favorite color ever. It just gives a little bit of a hint of kind of a nude with maybe, it looks like this looks peach. But it doesn't, I don't know if it looks peach on my lips. It looks more pink, you know, pink undertone. Anyway, this is my favorite like lip topper. And it's funny because I was complaining that every time I would go to the grocery store, they were out and I was running really low, like in my last Get Ready With Me. But then whenever I was like filling out my description box and then I added an Amazon link to this, and it's the same price that you would pay like in the grocery store. And then I was like, why haven't I done that? Why haven't I used my own personal links, you know, to just go ahead and purchase, since I purchase from Amazon probably weekly. So anyway, I just went ahead and, you know, threw some in my cart, and so now I have some backups. Okay, so the last makeup item that I'm gonna show, or there's actually three. I've got three right here, and they are the Clinique, it's called Beyond Perfecting Powder Foundation and Concealer. And if you watch my last Get Ready With Me, you know, I love these because, first of all, especially if I'm in a rush and I really just want to jet out the door real fast, but I don't want to sit there and put on foundation and concealer and everything else, I just slap one of these on. This one right here is the one that I use most, and I will use it by itself, and then sometimes I will use it over foundation. I just, I don't mind a full coverage like that. And anyway, I love this. This is in the color Ivory. It seems to be a perfect, like absolutely perfect match for me, even though I've never used Ivory in other foundations. It's always been way too light, but Clinique, I guess their, you know, Ivory is a little bit darker. So this one is perfect for my skin tone and everything. Now I have this light one because I have always had a difficult time with eyeshadow application. I just, you know, I'm just a little bit challenged in that area. And I'm always messing up. I bring it up too high, up to my eyebrow and all this other stuff. So I had noticed that whenever I got some eyeshadow kind of in my inside corners, I would take my Ivory and I would just clean it up. And I was like, wow, that just, it's almost like a magic eraser. It just took that eyeshadow right out of there. So then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get a lighter color. And whenever I mess up on my eyeshadow, I'll just take that and erase it, you know, so that it looks like a graduated, you know, lightness or whatever. So what I do typically is I'll put on my eyeshadow and it might look a little bit messy, and then I'll go in with the darker one and I'll put a little bit to just kind of blend out the edges, and then I'll take the lighter one and then really put a light one right up under the brow. That's what I did today, and it looks so perfect. Now this darker one I also use in the summer months. That's why I purchased it, because I was more tan, you know, I was using a lot of self-tanner and stuff like that, and then I just accidentally got a little bit darker just from being in the sun so much. So I needed something a little bit darker so that my face would match, because I'm pretty good about always keeping my face protected, but sometimes my body, you know, gets some color. God, I get so upset when the summer's over and I see what I've done. Anyway, but during the winter months, I like to use this to kind of contour certain areas, or I don't know about contour. Yeah, definitely contour, like right around here, like my jawline. And then I'll just put some of the darker up here just to give that kind of, you know, sun-kissed look, and then a little bit like on the tip of my nose. So I probably could have gotten away without buying the really light shade, but I thought, you know what, even if I don't use it and it's too light for up here, I can give it to my daughter, and she could just, you know, because she hates wearing foundation, but she likes to have a really even look to her skin, and so sometimes she'll use that too. So anyway, these are probably about $30 a piece, but, and y'all know that I'm very frugal and I do not typically spend a lot of money on stuff, but when something works really well for me and it cuts down on, I don't know, the time it takes for me to get ready, or it cuts down on my stress level as far as like putting on eyeshadow and stuff like that, then I will, you know, spend a little bit extra in order to help myself out in those areas, you know? So this is another one of my favorites right now. After the summer was over, and like I said, I saw kind of what I did to my skin, and, you know, unfortunately, I was wearing sunblock every day because I knew we were gonna be, especially when we went on our most recent little kind of family reunion vacation kind of thing. We are out in the sun from the minute we get up till you know, sundown. And even though I'm reapplying and taking breaks and stuff like that, I still got color, even though I was using 50, you know, sunblock. I think 1 or 2 days, I think I wore 30. I was being bad. And it was because I was like, I kind of want to have a little bit of a tan, you know? And then I just regretted it, because instead of getting like dark spots, I have spots on my arms and stuff, especially, where it's white, like whiter than white, just little spots where there is no pigment whatsoever. And I've looked it up, and there's really absolutely nothing that you can do for that. Like, I think at least with the brown ones, you can get laser or something like that. So in the winter months, when I'm really pale and stuff like that, I don't see those white spots at all. But in the summer months, if I get any color at all, those white spots just come out. So unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done for those white spots. And after this last summer, I was just like, I'm done. I am done. I don't need, you know, I'm fine with self-tanner. I don't need a real tan. It does feel good to lay in the sun. Gosh, that's the one thing that I do miss, because I actually am one of those people that enjoy feeling the sun like beat down on me. To me, it's so, it feels so good, but it's just not worth it. So I've decided I'm going with 100 block. Like, I don't want any sun whatsoever. I'll do the self-tan, you know, whatever it takes. So this is what I've been using on my face, and I also use it on my arms and my chest and my neck. because those are the parts that are most exposed, you know, throughout the day, especially if I'm driving or just going outside or whatever. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. This seems to wear really well for me under my makeup. Now I do want to say this does leave a little bit of a white cast, and you know, after a couple minutes or so, it's not that obvious. It just really doesn't matter to me. I want my skin to be protected, and so that's fine. You know, I'll adjust that with makeup and stuff like that. So this works really well under my makeup and with my other skincare. However, during the day, my skincare is so, like, let me go ahead and tell you what my skincare is during the day. So during the day, the only thing that I'm wearing is the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus hyaluronic acid. And then I literally put this on top, and that's it. Sometimes I do have a DIY that I have been using for years, like maybe 4 years or so. And sometimes I will put that on first, but I'm always changing the ingredients in my DIY. It's always like aloe vera, and then I'll put some squalane oil, sometimes avocado oil, sometimes castor oil, sometimes niacinamide. So I'm always mixing and making that DIY. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's a little bit more extravagant. And sometimes some of the ingredients that I put in my DIY don't work well with these. And then other times, depending on what I mix, when I keep it real simple, they go with these just fine. So I have to figure that out. So in order to avoid like any pilling or any funky makeup application, that's all I'm using. I'm using this Ordinary. This was like $7. No. This was like $5.80. So if you order this from the Ordinary and you order the 100 ml, it is, I want to say $7.70. And if you order from Ulta, it's also $7.70. However, you only get it for $7.70 if you order more than $25 worth of products off of the Ordinary. Otherwise, they attach an extra $4.99 for shipping and handling. Also on Ulta, if you order it for $7.70, you only get it for $7.70 if you also order $50 worth of merchandise. Otherwise, they tack on an extra $5.95. So it doesn't end up coming out to $7.70 for, this is only 30 mLs, by the way. So the one that I'm referring to is 100 mLs. So the next one that I purchased, because I only wanted one and I didn't want any other products from the Ordinary at the moment because I have all the ones that I need right now. So instead, I just ordered it from Amazon, and it was like $12 or $13. But then I thought, you know what, even if I ordered it from one of those places, I would have to pay for shipping and handling. And I've got Prime, so I don't have to pay for shipping and handling. And I order from Amazon so often that I was just like, you know what, it's worth it to me to pay the extra, you know, whatever. Anyway, if you have dry skin, you are going to love this. Even if you have combination, even if you have oily skin, I think anybody would benefit from this. It's quite thick, so a little bit goes a long way, but it spreads easily. It's not greasy at all. It doesn't feel like your typical moisturizer to where you can feel like a moisturizer on your skin. I can't even describe it. It's like it sinks right into your skin, but it just makes my skin look so good. And I kid you not, when I put this on and then put this over it and then put my makeup over it, it's almost like my makeup, my foundation looks better with these two on my face first and then my foundation. It's wild. I know that sounds crazy, but it's so true. And this just has a ton of moisturizing ingredients in it. Like I said, it's natural moisturizing factors. That's what it's called, because these are some of the things, I guess, that are naturally found in our body to help moisturize, you know, our skin's barrier. And then of course, hyaluronic acid, which, you know, draws water to itself and helps to kind of hydrate and plump the skin. And I think it just like strengthens the moisture barrier so there's not water loss. So anyway, this stuff is just phenomenal. I love it, and which is why I purchased some more. So, okay, so I only have a couple more things, just this and then one other item. These right here are literally my favorite sandals ever. I think I wear them more than any sandals in my closet right now, because just look at how cute they are. So these were in one of my Amazon hauls. And I bought these for about $19 a piece, $20, something like that. And they are Valentino dupes. And when I say like these totally elevate a casual outfit, because I'm so casual and I like wearing flip-flops and I like wearing casual clothes. If I wear a black tank top or a green tank top or whatever, throw on a belt, cute jeans, and then throw these on, everything just kind of looks so much cuter all of a sudden, especially if I'm wearing like gold jewelry, which I always do whenever I wear these. It just really, I don't know, just everything just comes together so awesome. Now, the only thing that I'm not crazy about is that they are a little bit heavy. And so it's not like, I wouldn't, if you're gonna go to a theme park or something like that, these are not the shoes that I would wear, you know, if you're gonna be doing a ton of walking. Also, do not ever wear them in the rain. I had on the black ones the other day, and me and my daughter got caught in the rain, and I could not keep them on. My feet were slipping all over the place. I had to go in to the store. We went into Walmart, and I had to go in and like dry off my shoes because I couldn't walk. They were just so slippery. They're very, very slick. So don't wear them to a water park. Don't wear them to, you know, if you're gonna be around a lot of water. But again, these just make every outfit look so much cuter. And the very last thing that I'm gonna show you is this right here. It is so huge. I don't even know if it's gonna fit in the frame. So my husband bought these because we were going on a trip and we knew we were gonna be outdoors all day, every day. And we like to take big drinks with us, especially like adult drinks, you know, because we're gonna be out all day with the kids and the family, and it's just a little bit more fun. And let me just say, these can be sitting in your car for hours and hours. They can be sitting out in the hot sun for hours. And when you unscrew that lid and take a drink, it is so ice cold that it's almost uncomfortable for your throat. I'm not even joking. Like, I have made myself like a drink before dinner, like just water, and I will fill this up and I'll drink from it and stuff like that. Then I'll take it to bed with me and put it on my nightstand. And the next day, like clear into the afternoon, I can open this up and there's still ice in there. And it's still like ice cold. Now, if you leave this open, the ice is gonna melt a little bit quicker. But if you keep it closed, it, like I said, it keeps everything so cold and so icy that it's almost uncomfortable to drink because it's so cold. Like, you have to drink it a little bit slow. But if you're like me and you like ice cold drinks, then you're gonna love this Thermos. And one thing that I love about it most is that it fits into my you know, cup holder in my car. And so that's really important because obviously you don't want it just rolling around. But even if it does, you know, you screw on the top and you know, it's not gonna leak out. Another thing that I love about it is that it's got a really wide opening, so it's really easy for me to put ice in. I hate when they have like really small openings and you have to put like one piece at a time. I just like dump in a bunch of ice at one time, you know. So that about covers it. Those are my favorites for, I don't know, not really the month. I don't really do monthly favorites, so I guess they're my favorites since my last favorites video, pretty much. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending time with me. It means so much. It's Friday, so it's Wine Friday over here at this house. And this video will probably be up tomorrow, so I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week.